Hi, welcome. In this video, once again, I want to talk about this whole issue of debate. And again, I've had, challenges for debate from trainers in the past, those who identify as balanced, quasi-Cesar Millan individuals, radical behavioralists, okay, and the list goes on. But here's the thing, okay, when I talk about this whole thing about even the context of debate itself, for me, okay, and I talk about this system of training providing answers, and it does. Understand, this is a complete system of training, okay? It defines what training is. It defines your role in terms of a better relationship with your dog. I talk about the core ingredients, influence and control, how they're reconciled through a intentional interaction-based method that speaks the right language. Dogs as social animals, what that connection represents through that and with that, okay? And you have trainers out there, okay, on social media, there's all this back and forth, all right? You see balance versus force-free, force-free versus balanced, just on and on it goes, all right? These trainers all wanting to jump on podcasts, elevate each other, views and likes, right? But not a whisper, okay, as to what I'm saying is the real problem. Okay, even while all dogs and owners continue to struggle, blame shifting is is part of the package deal with these trainers. They try to normalize it. The mess of the dog training world, all the divisiveness, all the anger and hostility, and on it goes. So for me, okay, and again, this is not to say I won't have a discussion, because here's the thing. I went on Miracle Canine with David, had a, discussion, debate, whatever you want to call it, but I laid out all these controversies that I've profiled in part of my Flipping the Script series. Controversy after controversy after controversy. The controversy that none of these same trainers who want to debate actually want to look at and do a proper audit as to why they're happening in the first place. Okay, they're not interested, okay? Because they're all part of the system, okay? Understand that they're the reason these controversies are happening. They're part of the controversies. And these are the same individuals that want to pretend like they get the answers. If you watch, again, these same trainers making statements like science doesn't belong in dog training, being elevated, right, as like the poster child for dog training. And so for me, okay, when I'm like not really interested in anyway, because I've done what I've always done, is I help people who are looking for answers, period. Okay? And so the dog training world is an absolute train wreck and mess. A lot of it with the dog training community, it's a waste of time. Okay, it's a waste of time, because these same trainers who want to debate, they have no interest in confronting the real issue anyway. So for me, the debate, it's a exercise in futility. I mean, it's a waste of time. And so it's all about control with these individuals, to think that they're in control, right? They want to elevate themselves as though there's somebody in the dog training world. And, they're not, okay? I mean, it's all appearances. It's all an illusion, okay? It's all based on a corrupt agenda. So, and I'm not part of that, so I have no interest. So all to say, when these trainers want to go on about Dale doesn't want to debate me, no, I have no interest in foolishness. I have no interest in debate. I'm focused on those who are looking for answers and are on that journey. That's not to say I won't ever have a discussion. I will. But with all these trainers, and then they engage in all the cheap shots and going on, then whatever little hope there was that I would have a discussion maybe with them in the first place, that's gone now. Okay, I understand, because I have no, and they can go on all day long about however they want to frame that up. But why would you want to, just common sense, why would you want to talk to someone who, number one, is marketing a corrupt, and they can say whatever they want, marketing a corrupt ideology that puts dogs and owners in a bad position? So I have no respect for you right there, okay? And then number two, then you want to mock and scoff and go on, act like that. Well, like whatever hope there was, that was already halfway gone, and now it's totally gone. So that's just, I'm just being real. So this, I'm not a fake and phony person, okay? I care about dogs and owners. I care about the truth, and I put it all out there. Okay, so I'm here. So to me, I said this before, to do anything different would be dishonoring the memory of Ruben. Ruben's the point of this whole system. And so, yeah, I have no use for any of it. So I just want to talk about this whole thing about debate. You know, let these trains go on all day long, and they will, and that's fine. But I have absolutely zero interest in engaging in this corrupt system that way, and these trainers who want to market that garbage. I'll continue to put out information and let the chips fall where they may. Thanks for watching.